Hi, everybody. Welcome to Munro Live. I'm Matthew Lawrence, lead engineer here at Munro Associates. Munro Associates is a consulting firm. Today, are looking at some batteries. They come out of the Ego parts. We tore down the Ego lawnmower here in the past. So I just want to walk you guys through the batteries. So for those of you that have Ego lawnmowers, you probably think about wanting to replace the batteries once in a while. But there are some things I'd like to point out about these replacements, even though they're very, very cheap and cost effective, why you may want to still go and buy the OEM battery. So let's hop into it. Starting with the OEM battery, we'll go through the exterior and the interior of these cells, or of this module. So the exterior uses really nice ABS plastic and is a two-shot, has a rubberized grip, as well as the ABS on the inside. To get into this, however, you need some security bit Torx. They have the pin in the center, so obviously they don't want you to go in there and mess around if you don't know what you're doing. But luckily I do, so I did. Yes, there's a nice SOC indicator. When you plug it in and charge it up, you can see all that. If we remove this top cover now, there's these nice screens to prevent dust going in, because obviously with a lawnmower or a snowblower or anything like that, you don't want dust going in. And it does help a little bit with water intrusion. So if water does get in through the vents here, it tends to more spread. Also, the labeling is quite clear, pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Shows you the capacity, the voltage, and the part number if you are looking to replace. I also went ahead and weighed it. So this module is 3.46 kilograms. So call it 3.5 kilograms. Now let's hop into the interior. So the BMS board is potted, again, to prevent from water intrusion and damage of the like. We're using 12 gauge cable. It's braided or put into a braided adhesive sleeve, which is really nice. It's almost a rubberized texture as well. Another thing, this cell arrangement is 14S4P. They are Samsung cells. After doing a bit of research on them, I can take a look quickly at the data sheet here. Each cell is 2.5 amp hours. It has a standard discharge of 1.25 amps and a maximum continuous discharge of 20 amps. These are 18650 cells. There's a lot of potting or adhesive, mainly to keep the boards, the halves together. And speaking of which, they have a pretty robust jumper to bridge the halves together. This is just connecting the left half to the right half. So one end is more negative and one end is more positive. So there's a 7S group here and a 7S group here, and this is just connecting it to get our total 14S group or module. Again, more potting for the indicator and to the charger. One other interesting thing, it looks like the main positive and main negative connectors or wires, laser or probably ultrasonic welded. So let's hop into the other Fogo battery or Ego batteries now. Again, we'll look at the exterior. There's perforations on the outside, basically again for ventilation and cooling, but likely you'll have some dust intrusion and water intrusion because there is nothing else stopping it from there. I'll take this cover off. We'll come back to these shortly. But yeah, this one doesn't have the perforations and uses way more ribbing than the other Ego battery does. Mainly, I think that's to support the cells here. It is also painted, so you could see a little bit of the paint from before, or I could even scratch it off here. You can see it's just painted, the green sections at least. Again, the labeling is fine. There's nothing I can say that is off about it, except that you're definitely gonna get water and dust if you're using this outside through these holes. Weighing this one, it is a kilogram lighter. So this is 2.45 or 2.5 kilograms. That made me wonder how many cells are actually in here. This is a 14S 3P, so only 42 cells, whereas the Ego had 56 total cells. This one isn't as robust. The main positive and negative, I had to cut this to get to the battery to test later. Is just a simple 16 gauge wire. And assuming you're using the same load and your grass grows the same way, this one is definitely gonna get hot. And plus you have one less cell in parallel to even spread that current across. The BMS board here is not potted, only at the connections there's a little bit of sealant. The joints going from the main positive and main negative are just soldered on. They're not laser welded or ultrasonic welded. So again, at those joints, you're going to get really, really hot spots. And also, even worse, this jumper here is, again, just a simple 16 gauge wire and soldered on. So you will likely see heat there as well. And since instead of having 4 cells, you have 3 cells trying to carry that same current, you will likely, again, have heat issues. And heat is the name of the game when it comes to battery and heat management. These cells are Lishan cells. Lishan is also a Chinese supplier or Chinese battery maker. These cells are supposed to be 2.5 amp hours also. They actually have a higher discharge rate of 30 amps versus the Samsung was 20 amps. The problem I have is that both this black and green one and this green and black one have the same part numbers. If we take a look at the labeling here. So you can see it's the RYG08L, RYG08L. However, they market this as a 10 amp hour cell, but we are definitely not getting 10 amp hours because if you have 2.5 amp hours times 3 in parallel, that's only 7.5 amp hours you're getting. And even worse, this one, I don't have a data sheet at all for it. It is some cell that's rewrapped. I measured it and I was getting about 2.2 amp hours. So that's even less. You're getting only 6.6 amp hours total out of this pack, even though again, they have the same part number, just different colors. This one is the exact same as the other. We don't know if it's the same company, but it's just slightly different cells. It's the exact same build construction. There was no different, even though we bought them at 2 different online suppliers. There we go. So again, very similar construction, same adhesive points, same simple jumper, same tiny high current discharge cable. Okay, so why is this one cheaper than the OEM Ego battery? One, they're using less cells. That's the cheapest thing. They're using 14 less, or the most expensive thing, 14 less cells. They're using smaller gauge wire to carry current. They're not using rather potting, which would be able to increase the longevity and robustness of this pack. And they're not using, like in this case, ultrasonic welding. They're just doing simple soldering joints. So that's how they're able to reduce a lot of the cost. Also, a lot of commodity parts like the fish paper, and I'm assuming too that they were able to get a like a used mold of the Ego battery, make a few modifications, and use that to mass produce these replacement packs. So that's the difference you got between the OEM Ego batteries and the Fogo Chinese replacement batteries. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.